Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
New year, new head coach, and Antonio Manfoot. You guys have been around him for a while. 2-1 on the start. Just kind of where do you assess kind of that early start, that early quarter pole, I guess, with 12 games, now 3 games in? How do you assess, especially bringing in so many new young guys to this squad?
Well, it's always good to bring in new young talent. But our goal is to win Saturday. Our mindset is set on Saturday. That would be our 4th game in, 3rd of the season. We've only played 2 teams, Grand Rapids first time and Cincinnati twice, Lima, Ohio twice. So this is going to be a good test. And, we've had, a couple months of practices, games, trying to lead up to better what we did on their opening, and which we lost 6-2. So our mindset has been to focus more on, getting the ball out of the back a little bit better, little formations on, offensive side of it. Having Antonio around, he's been in the MASL for, I think he had a time of over 10 years in it. I'm pretty sure around there. So he's bringing some new tactics, formations, some new plays involved which we're trying to critique within the 2 days of practice that we have a week.
And you talk about Coach Manfoot, I was out of practice last night, and he was involved with you guys just as much and bringing that intensity. And we know it's going to be, higher pace, more intensity at practice, because if practice is harder than the games, then you're prepared for whatever's going to come next. But talk about what Coach Manfoot has brought. Maybe that's different. While the culture and the expectations for the team always remain the same, and that's the culture that's been established since the Crunch were around, even in the original inception of them. Yeah, we got a nice little sign popping up here in the background as well. But Dave, just talk about what maybe something different that Coach Manfoot has brought to add to that championship mindset, that championship level culture that you guys always strive for.
Well, like I said, he's got the player experience, 10 years in the league. So therefore he's played on different teams. He's been coached by different good coaches in the indoor league. So again, he brings a different type of offensive play that we haven't had, at least a mindset. Getting the guys to do something a little different that they haven't done before. It's not just go out there free play, but it's going out there and actually running something to get a shot. A lot of times it's just moving 2-3 guys around just to get one person a shot. So offensively, he's helping us out there with a couple tactics. Defensively, same thing. He brings in just a couple ideas, just to get it in our heads, not make it too complicated, but get something that he's learned, try to bring it down on us, share the knowledge of, getting out of the back and then transitioning from getting out of the back to right into getting into your offensive set. So, again, his experience, his knowledge, and it's tough, with the new guys coming in, it's hard to get them to buy into it, we've had, 2 coaches prior, they did a great job, but when someone's actually trying to teach you tactical and formations and stuff like that at this age, it's kind of tough to get some of the people to buy in. So, at the beginning of the year, it was all about, just respect of what he's saying, learn what he's saying. Obviously if you have a question, ask, no one's going to try to steal you wrong. So, again, there's knowledge with the player caliber that we have on the team with the new guys. It's starting the past couple of weeks. It's starting to feel like we're shaping something, so that's why Saturday is such a big game for us individually, to see where we're at. Grand Rapids is a good team. They had a taste of victory. So, we got to come out there with a little bit of heart.
And captain of the Cleveland Crunch, Dave Jordan, is joining us here on the Voice of the Land. And Dave, you just brought up the game, and it is a big game. For those that don't know, if you want tickets, still available tickets, see what is available, go to theclevelandcrunch.com. Crunch against Grand Rapids, Rapid City FC this Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Soccer Sportsplex in North Olmsted, Ohio.
This is the rivalry game.
This is kind of the rivalry game.
That's what people are saying.
Yes. So what are you guys saying in your huddles and stuff like that to keep the focus on Crunch soccer and not all of the extracurriculars and things like that, the people, the fans have the right to talk about, but you guys need to focus on the job at hand.
I mean, we know firsthand, how they work and everything like that. They're a good team. Again, they won it last year. They're a solid team. They got speed, they got skill. And I mean, they're kind of like us in a way. They do love to counterattack. But again, which we've been doing the past couple months after we played them, the focus is on what we can do to stop them, on their counterattacks, balance it out and everything like that. So it's going to be a test. Obviously it's going to be a test. They're a top 4 team in the top, 2 team in the league. So it's always going to be a test when you play a team that has the same caliber of players as you do. But that's what makes the game great. Everyone, last year we split, I think, and then this year we're 0-1 so far. So it's going to be a good competition between us and Grand Rapids. It's just who's going to make the least mistakes, and who's going to capitalize on those mistakes. So we just need the crowd to be rocking so they can't hear trying to set up,
Yeah, and I was talking with Ryan last night at practice, and he was talking about how one of the main words of the week is energy, and not just from you guys on the field and making Grand Rapids feel you out there on the pitch, but also feel that energy from the crowd. I mean, I even talked to him about that also goes along with the effort that you guys bring and the electricity that the crowd brings to the arena as well. So, coming up on Saturday, first 500 fans, they get a T-shirt, a white T-shirt, says Beat RC on the back. It is a whiteout, so if you're not one of the people that get a white T-shirt, make sure you have white with you just in case you don't get that T-shirt. And the first 50 fans also get those boomsticks. You may have used to see them during the LeBron era, behind the basket during the playoffs and stuff for the Cavs.
Yeah.
So the Crunch will have that as well. If you can't get tickets, Mark Munch Bishop and myself will have the call on theclevelandcrunch.com.
Well, you're not going to be able to get tickets because according to the website, they are sold
they are
out.
sold out.
For
So
Saturday.
Well, there you go. You
News
got a
right now.
packed house for you,
Yes.
bud. See, like my nephew was asking, he's like, how important is home field advantage? I'm like, listen, like if you go work out and you hear like a song and it'll help you. It like fuels you. I'm like, the same thing happens when people are cheering for you, probably 10 times more even. Would you feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, you get, it's when you're playing, my mindset is, I don't try to listen to the crowd, but I mean, obviously it's in the background, everything. I mean, you're mostly hearing people yell direction and all the soccer terms you're hearing on the field. So you hear the crowd once you get out of that zone, maybe you get out of the play or you're on the bench or something like that, but you hear them and then you got the DJ playing music. So, I mean, the environment, I'd have to say the environment in the past 4 years since this came back at home has been probably the best fans that we've had so far. I mean, going to, from the MASL, Muskegon had a good fan base, and all that stuff. But I mean, from right now, I think Cleveland's got the best fans by far.
Well, Cleveland has
By
the best
far.
fans in every sport. Let's just be real. So, I mean, if I'm correct, last year you guys moved up a league, or how's that go?
Change this.
So they switched the first 2 years after Coach Lou. So they switched over to the MISL.
Is it a more higher competitive league for you guys? Would you say?
I don't know all the basics that went into the decision. I don't think I can get into that because I mean, if I've been saying something, I'd be lying. But it's just I try not to deal with the management side of it.
My question, I'm because I just don't understand. That's why I'm asking. Like,
I
like
teach
in
soccer every single week here, Dave.
So I know in like the European leagues, you go up like level 5, 4, 3. Is it like a level up league for you guys? Is it a harder league? Is it like the competition harder for you guys?
I mean, we had they from the first year, I believe they maybe had, I would say 13 to 15 teams. And then after this past year, some teams dropped out, went to a different league. I think there's like 3 actual indoor soccer leagues, I think. But they left to go to there. So which left, and then a couple teams aren't coming back, Detroit, Cincinnati. So I think the competition of what we.
Oops.
Did we lose him?
Oh, sorry. Can you unmute?
Damn, I think
did that?
it somehow the system got muted you. I don't know. Admir's probably he's jumping in right now, and we'll talk to him next. He's messing with your system there already.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think like the competition we've been playing, somewhat of the same teams every year, so the competition is still high. I mean,
So this is more just a different league, not like
it's not
just
like
a
different
college to
format,
pros
different
or
league.
nothing.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I was because today I heard them talking and you telling them how it actually went and how like different soccer leagues. It was at Wrexham. They're going up in leagues because they're getting better and stuff. And that's what I thought. I didn't know if that's what you guys did or
that's
you
a
just
whole
changed.
different ballgame.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's how they operate overseas.
But
Now,
the thing is, like, if I don't understand, I doubt the uncommon like soccer fan doesn't know a whole lot that's watching right now is getting a better understanding too. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, and I mean, like he said, it's a whole different ballgame over there. But MLS is trying to do that with their. They do have like a second tier.
They
league.
do have academies and stuff like that for kids that come up and through the the Columbus Crew or something like that.
Yeah, and in 2025, I know an MLS Next team is coming, so that would be like technically like the third tier of MLS system, but trying to develop a professional ranks there. Cleveland's also trying to get a women's professional soccer team here as well in the NWSL, which I know that the Cleveland Sports Commission is doing a lot with that, and you guys are even partnering with them, Dave. With the Crunch. Ryan was talking to me about that last night too. Dave Jordan, captain of the Crunch, our guest here. We'll get you out of here on this because we want to get you back to your family, just like we both know what it's like now to have the little ones running around, so don't want to take up too much of your time. We appreciate it. Just message to the fans that now have the tickets as it is sold out and
it's sold out again.
And those that are may just tune into the live stream, like the message to the fans of what kind of energy you guys are looking for from them, because we already know you guys are going to give it out there on the field.
I mean, like I said, Cleveland's got the best fans. So the same energy they brought the past two games, that's what we need. Maybe a couple notches up, but the same energy what they've been bringing is perfect for us. I mean, it's always high. It's always yelling. It's always cheering. It's always something. You got the DJ going, the fans. I mean, they're always screaming. And that's the thing. It's constant noise when we're at home, and that's what we love.
And we're going to see a lot of energy, effort, electricity inside the Soccer Sportsplex.